This question is asking us to sketch and identify the graph of 4x squared minus y squared plus 9z squared plus 4 equal to 0. First thing I notice is this is a quadratic surface. So with quadratic surfaces, I like to find all the cross sections in the standard form. So let's say x equal to a constant, plug in x equal to constant, and what I get is 4k squared minus y squared plus 9z squared plus 4 equal to 0. Keep them all variables in one side, all the constant in the other. Here I notice that it's between y and z. I do have, one of them is negative, it has a negative sign coefficient and positive sign coefficient. So what I need to do next is to recognize which hyperbola I get. So because this part is obviously less than 0, if I plug in y equal to 0, I will not have any intercept, but if I plug in z equal to 0, I will have a y value associated with that. So it will look like this. Hyperboloid hyperbola that looks like that. Now, let's do the next thing. Y equal to k. And here I will have 4x squared minus k squared plus 9z squared plus 4 equal to 0. Again, variables all in one side. My error. So now, here I have all the elements I want for an ellipse, but ellipse requires the other side to be the same sign as these two. And here I don't know. So there are three options for me. One is that k squared minus 4 is bigger than 0. K squared minus 4 is equal to 0. K squared minus 4 is less than 0. K squared minus 4 bigger than 0 means the positive sign here. Therefore, that's an ellipse. K squared minus 4 equal to 0 means that this side is 0. That means that 4x squared is plus 9z squared is equal to 0. The only way two non-negative values add up to 0 is if x and y are both 0. And in counting that k was actually assigned to y, this gives me a point. So it gives me 0, k, 0, and 0. And so I have to figure out what the k is. Solving from there, k is going to be plus minus 2. So I either have k 2 and 0 or 0, negative 2 and 0. So a point. This was a general shape, either that or that. Now, if k squared minus 4 is less than 0, I will have 4x squared plus 9z squared less than 0. Impossible, so nothing. So when y is equal to k, either an ellipse or you get a point, nothing else. Now let's do the last one. Z equal to k. When z is equal to k, I get 4x squared minus y squared plus 9k squared plus 4 equal to 0. And from here, I get 4 x squared minus y squared equal to negative 4 minus 9k squared. In this case is going to be a parabola, and again, like the parabola over there, the same direction. If I have x and y, here, it actually, going with this, I will have negative value here and negative y squared. I can plug in x equal to 0 and negative y squared equal to a negative value would work for me. So I will have this direction. Now let's put them all together and graph it. So before graphing it, I know that I saw parabolas and I saw ellipses. So I know I'm going to have, I'm sorry, hyperbolas. This is hyperbola. And ellipses. So I'm going to end up having a hyperboloid or a cone or something like that. But it's not a cone because I have a nothing in here. When do I have a nothing? So I kind of know it's an hyperboloid. And it's not a cone because there's nothing in here, but that when I have a little stretch of one variable, the cross section gives me nothing, that's hyperboloid of 2 sheets. So that said, now let's graph it. X, Y, and Z. For when X is constant, I'm going to get, when X is constant, we have things going this way like that. And then when between Y and Z, the harbor, it's right there. And then when I have, basically when I have Y equal to a constant, I should get an ellipsis. So it goes like that. And then when I have Z equal to constant, again, I get hyperboloids like that. And that's the shape that you get.